Oh man. I got I got some red yarn. So I thought if I'm gonna be this weirdo that just sits in a corner with some time to spare, I was gonna learn to knit. I always love the way old people make the most beautiful things, but I don't know how to do it. But I have started trying to knit. So I got lucky. It was at the dollar store. The dollar store had a hook and some really pretty red yarn. So I started, excuse me, I started by following the YouTube. I watched a really fancy individual show you how you put the show you how you put the hook in and grab the yarn and pull again, and then put it back in, grab the yarn, and you do it a certain amount of times, and then you build on it, and then so after you do a certain amount of times, you put the hook at the top of the row that you did and push it in that way, and then pull the yarn, and then do the pull the yarn, and so I thought I was doing exactly what the guy had shown to do. And I wanted to make a cross. I wanted to make a cross. So I was going to do a line, and then another line, another line, another line, another line. And then I had decided for the side of the cross, I was just going to make a bunch of lines and attach it on one side, and then a bunch of lines and attach it on. So you're just making like a long thing of lines, and then a thing of lines and a thing of lines, and it makes the cross easier when you're, not an expert or whatever. So I started doing this hook thing like I was a genius after watching a YouTube and thinking that watching the expert on YouTube wouldn't make it that easy. It looks like a little bowl. I didn't get it right at all. So I keep wondering, well, maybe I can use this little bowl for something. But it looks like a little bowl. I thought, well, but this is the joy of being on Earth. I don't want to use my powers. I want to be silly and stupid and awkward and do something for the first time, and I don't want to care how it comes out. I love to guess. I don't know if you guys ever think about this, but a God always knows the answers to so many things that it gets excitedly fun to just guess. Stupidly just guess. And it gets so fun to guess and be wrong, but be like, but this is fun. I'm a God that usually has to know everything, but I get to be silly, stupid, and just guess and be wrong. And it's so exciting when you're a God. I don't know, it's weird. But I thought, well, I'm going to try one more thing. Those little fancy dresses, they were just they're really thin fabric that just looks pretty. So it's really thin fabric that just looks pretty, and you can fit a lot of them into a suitcase or whatever. But they're really comfy, nice looking little dress things. Well, I got a really big hole in one of them, and I thought, oh my gosh, how many times have these poor people have to see my big fat pile of fat? And lately it's half dead, half weird, half God, half alien fat. I don't even want to know what the hell that looks like to a human. So I thought, oh goodness, I gotta sew this. But I don't know how to sew. But I have tried to sew with a needle and thread like 2 or 3 times. Trust me, it looked weird, like a big pile of knots. It didn't ever go the way But I'm going to look at the YouTube and try. But like I said, I watched the YouTube when they did the knitting, and now it looks like a bowl. It looks like a perfect little bowl, like a perfect little circle. A perfect little circle, and all the knitting winds into the middle like a bowl. And that's not even what I did. I knitted 1, 2, 3. I knitted this way. And somehow by the end it became a bowl. I don't know how I pulled that off. Man, when you do something for the first time. So I got this little thing at the dollar store. And it's pretty fancy. Look how fancy it is. It's got your little needle and your thread. And different colors if you want to get jiggy with it. And I'm going to go to a little rest stop or a comfy spot. I haven't decided yet. And just knit. And just try to patch up the hole in my little dress. Because it had gotten a hole. And I thought, well, that's good. I'm being productive. Because I kind of wanted to call it a day early. I'm a little under the wind, or however your words are. I kind of want to just rest more than normal. Happens every now and then. Usually associated to very scary, dead things I go through. But if you're facing life and death, I might have some really good skills as a god that might help you guys. So if you guys want to think or say my queen, I might have some good fun, life and death skills that might be helpful, to a victim. If it would be relevant and you would need that kind of help. And maybe it'll stick in your head, and if you are ever facing life and death, you'll know instinctively to maybe cry out, my queen, so I could jump in and see if I can help. Because, the more you go through, the more you can help people. Angels are so good at helping children because that's all they do constantly. This is really pretty. So I picked up everything that I knew I needed. And because I just went to a dollar store to pick up the stuff I needed. And I had ran out of wet ones really fast because I overdid it with the wet ones. Because it was so hot. You know what? It's so nice. I have the window down. I'm in, Thousand Palms. This is just down from the Circle K. It's just down from the Circle K. I just wanted to stop and have my Reese's Pieces and my soda before my Reese's Pieces got melty or anything. So I just wanted to enjoy a soda and some chocolates before I went to go find somewhere to actually relax and try to do these knitting, sewing things. But I wanted somewhere kind of scenic with some scenery because I want to have, my little chocolates with my soda. It's my little splurgy moments here and there. When I earn enough money for the day, I'll get a little splurge moment. And I like to enjoy the sceneries in different places and put my powers around good people where I know there's some pretty good people. So I was just sitting here having my little snack. And I was remembering to watch out for using too much of these wet ones. These little wet ones, I had gotten these. So I had gotten these to be in the car just for emergencies because you always need them in emergency, right? So, most of the time I just keep putting hand sanitizer or sprays. Most of the time I just use sprays or sanitizer, stuff like that. But every now and then you need like one of these wet ones for this or that issues. Well, it got so hot. I was just using wet ones like they were like a constant refresher pad. And I used up all of them. And I looked down and it said there was like 200 of them and I had used all of them. It's so nice. They're nice and they're nice and smell pretty and they have antibacterial and they're kind of refreshing. Like they kind of make you feel refreshed. And if you feel a little sweaty or a little hot, like they're so nice. But boy, can you run through all of them in 2 seconds. Like it's nothing. But anyway, before I go work on everything I want to work on, look at this view. There's a nice view out there. It's a really nice view. And like I said, it's some street just down from street just down from the Circle K. But look at the view. The view is really pretty. And right here, I'm parked right here where it's nice and shady. There's a big something and it makes it real shady. Look at these pretty little palm trees out of nowhere. And I picked right here because let me show you the good people. There's good people. There's good people down here down the road. Oh, you can't pick it out too good though. Okay, I thought maybe you could pick it out. Well, there's somebody down this road, and their name starts with an A, and their first name starts with an A, and their last name starts with a N. Their last name starts with an N. Their first name starts with an A. And they are about to walk into something pretty fun and pretty amazing. So I thought, well, I'm going to park here too, because right now I'm going to ask them to think or say my queen, my queen, my queen, so we can walk into that something amazing, bigger and faster. But down this road, there's about 7 or 8 really amazing, basically good people. So about 7 or 8 basically good people. I say 7 or 8 because the 8th one is not perfectly good. But yeah, 7, 8 basically good people. And then there's quite a little handful of people that are better than basically good people down here. And that's rocking and rolling. That's some moral rocking and rolling. But like the view is just really pretty. It's just a really pretty road. View. So I thought, well, this is a perfect place to just park. Wipe off things with some wipies. Have my little chocolate and soda. And then, yeah, now I'm going to go find a place where I can try to sew and knit. Try to do the old lady thing, see if I can do any right. Maybe see if I can find some of them jobs everybody was talking about. But it was a pretty fun day. Pretty fun Lyft driving day. So, till later.